Good morning, gamers. Welcome back. First of all, I want to apologize. Again, I'm a bad man. So, this video is actually the third video I shot. The first one was horrible. The second one I accidentally deleted. The second one was horrible too. I'm going to be honest. It wasn't an accident. I purposely deleted it because they sucked. So, let's get back into this. As our party is still in Barovia, and now they're in a haunted castle. Spoiler alert, but I am the AMDM Lee. This is my cup of coffee, and you're watching BridgeWater Nights. Oh, that's good temperature. So, our party has defeated the twig blights and tree blight and vine blights at the Wizard Winery. They have gone to Yester Hill and defeated the creatures there. Recovered an axe and a spear. Met up with Strahd for a second time. And have headed back to the winery, where they have found been revealed the location of a second gemstone for the winery. Knowing where that gemstone is, and also seeing how close it is to one of their other destinations, looking at their map, they have decided to take another route. They've decided to go to a haunted mansion. I knew it was a mistake when I said haunted mansion. I had planned for them to go to the Amber Temple. I had planned for them to go to the Berez, the ruins of Berez. But they decided to take a route that was not in the plan. So they ended up going to the mansion of Argon Vost Holt. So, that was completely unexpected, but they get there. This is after much debate on which route they were going to take, and then finally, at the end of it, they're like, oh, we're going to go here. What's this one? Well, dude, it's just a short little thing right across. Okay, no problem. I can do this. So they go and they get to the mansion. Of course, I'm like, all right, maybe I can slow them down a little bit, give myself some time. So I roll on the random encounter tables. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Nothing that wouldn't have taken more than 30 seconds for them to go, you're dead. So they get to the mansion. They proceed to study the statue out front. And I say it has a little hole in its mouth, about the size of a quarter. And they proceed to spend 15 minutes trying to figure out what's in this hole. After that, after they've stuck an mage-handed an arrow up into it, they decide to continue on into the building. So heading into the building, they get to the top of the steps, and that's when the statue activates. And they're like, all right, I'm rolling dexterity saving throws up there. I'm freaking out. I'm like, you were attacked by a gust of cool wind. And that's it. And they're like, trying to figure out what's going on. So they determine that it's the remnants of an old spell. So they move inside. Excuse me, I feel tired from last night. So they move inside the the foyer area. Start searching around in there. And I don't know if it's been because of my previous games, but every time I give them some sort of detail, the party focuses on that detail excessively. So they studied the busted statue, or the bust that was destroyed. They eventually headed up into the dining hall. The statues that were in there, they're utterly convinced they're going to come to life and kill them. They headed into the kitchen, and they called the bat. They called it right off the bat. But they said it was going to be a cat. I'm like, no. A bat comes flying out. They're like, ah. I was glad that was written into the campaign, because I thought it was funny. And I've done stuff like that because it's a trope. Come on, you've got to use that. So they go in there, and then they go into the chapel. And that's where things get interesting, because they go into the chapel, and they're like, as soon as we all enter the chapel, I close the doors so the statues can't get to us. The statues aren't the problem. It's the 3 revenants that are in the chapel. And Valhalla Reese went down. She was hit with a crit. I forgot to do this for you, Val, but the crit took you to 0. So then we roll the white die. So we're going to see where that critical damage hit you. For those of you that don't know, I use this die. This die has locations on it. Left leg, right leg, stomach, arm, whatever. I use it to give some more flavor. They haven't healed them. They did eventually destroy the revenants, but this will determine where that critical takedown occurred. I have cut arms off, destroyed legs. This gives an interesting, it gives some flavor to it. So Valhalla Reese, we're going to see live, well, semi-live, recorded live anyway, what kind of damage that critical hit was. It was to your right foot. So we'll discuss that later on, what that means to your character. Usually I don't make these things detrimental. They just add character to your character. So it can be just something fun. Anyway, so they defeated the creatures that were in there. And that's pretty much where we ended, because it was already like 11:30 at that point. And that's all I've got for now. Oh, I'm still tired. So, coffee hasn't kicked in yet. That's been my first cup. We're going to have to get some more. Remember, guys, if you like these videos, please click on the like button. If you think someone else would like them, please click on the share button. Every like's an inspiration, every share's an advantage, and every subscription is an experience point. Help me gain 300 experience points so I can get to 2nd level. And as always, for every video that you share, the AMDM does hereby authorize you to gain 10 experience points. Just tell your DM the AMDM said so. That is all we have for now. So go forth and roll some dice.